Hi there, welcome to No Nonsense Whiskey. My name's VinPF, and on today's episode we've got another little extras video that I'm trialling out on the channel this month, and I'm going to call it Whisky In, Whisky Out. Just a kind of working title at the moment. If you think you've got a better title that you want me to try out, then let me know in the comments below. Very interested in your opinions on this one. And what I'm going to do on this video is I'm going to tell you about all the whiskey that has come my way this month, and I'm going to show you the bottles that I've finished this month. Sometimes there's going to be more bottles in than out, so this month I've got quite a fair few bottles in for a change, and I've got one that I finished. I've not really been killing my bottles recently, but now that I'm doing this kind of video, I'm going to do a little bit more of that. So what I'll do is I'll go through the ones I've had in first. Some of them I'll have had open and I'll have maybe even reviewed already. And I'll give you a bit more information about those, and the ones that I have finished I should give you a kind of like a weird mini review about it, but obviously all of these will get covered on the channel at some point if they haven't already, and I'll put links in the description below for reviews for the ones I have already covered. So if you're watching this kind of much later, I'll try and remember to add the new ones to it, but no promises there. This is a bit of an interesting one. Again, if you like this kind of content, if you want to see more of it, then hit the like button. Let me know in the comments below. And also let me know if you think this is kind of valid on the No Nonsense Whiskey channel. If you'd rather the channel was just my reviews and nothing kind of extra, and you think maybe I should set up a second channel for people that want the extra content, then let me know your thoughts. And let me know if you don't want to see it at all, because if there's more people that don't like it than do, I'll see what I can do about that. This content is for you guys. I'm making what I like to make, but ultimately I want to make what you want to see as well. So without further ado, let's get into these, and I'll kind of like queue them up around here somewhere so you can see what I've got, and in no particular order. Some of these I will have been sent by industry, but I'll tell you that when it comes along. You would have seen at the beginning there's some paid promotion, but they're not telling me to make this content. It's just a freebie for the review, let's say. So some of them obviously I'd have paid for as well, of course. Let's get into it then and see what we've got this month for Whisky In. The first one then, and in these again in no particular order. Some of them I've opened and hammered. This one here is the Starward Fortis. Haven't covered this one yet, but have popped it, as you can see. I got this with my Somerton Club subscription, and they send a bottle every 2 months for 50 quid. You don't know what it is, it just turns up in the post. Always interesting, and this one is no different. It's an Australian whiskey, it's 50%. Don't know about age. It matured in American oak red wine barrels. Cool. Tasty. It's a bit weird. It's not overly deep, if I'm honest, but I'll go more into that when I do my actual review. I think the 50% is doing it a lot of favours, I think. If it was any less, I'm not sure I would be too interested. But I think it's Starwood are an excellent distillery. Very interested to do a proper review of this and to discover it more and more. So I'm just going to pop that. I'll probably put it over here so that I can reach over to the other ones. Next, we've got a pair of whiskies that came through. This was sent to me by the guys that make this stuff, and we've got the brand new black bottle releases. So this is the Alchemy series. This one here's the Island Smoke. This one's the double cask. This one is obviously extremely peaty. This one isn't really much at all. I think there might be a little inflection of it in there. This one's got some 12-year-old grain in it, and then some single malt in there as well, I think. Possibly. It says 2 exquisite liquids become 1, whatever. But I'll go through that when I actually review it. Both very tasty, depending on what you like. I like all kinds of whiskey these days. So the heavily peated, very good. The not peated at all, also very good. I enjoyed the black bottle standard. Of course, it is a black bottle, but if you hold it up to some kind of light, you can see through it. That's a bugbear of mine, because I like to see how much I've got left. And in this one, these have got good levels. But these came through, so I'm going to enjoy trying these, because these are a step up from the standard black bottle, and only 26 quid. Wowzers. It's going to get busy. Okay, so the next two I'm going to do is a bit of a pair as well, because I recently went to the Lakes Distillery, and I picked up a couple of bottles there. I haven't opened these yet, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to either. But yeah, I've got the Whiskey Makers Edition Masque, which is beautiful, really lovely. But yeah, I'll cover that eventually. I'm not too worried about covering that very quickly because it's already sold out pretty much, apart from at the distillery. So you'll either have it already or you won't, and you probably won't be able to get hold of it if you do want it. So, you know, I mean, I'll cover it just because I've got the bottle, but for really, that I bought that for me to enjoy. This one, however, I will cover probably sooner. This is the One Sherry. Yeah, it impressed me on the tasting, even next to stuff like that. So I bought a bottle of it when I was there. Obviously, they gave us £5 off as part of the tour, but that's, you know, that bought and paid for. Bought and paid for. Next one then, I got a little, you probably would have seen this a review already. I've only just covered this. This is the Circumstantial rice. This was sent over to me by the distillery as well. They also sent me a little sample pack, which has got a couple of other interesting little things in it. Go and check out my review of this one, which I have covered, and it's very interesting. It's made from like 70% rice. So, yeah, interesting stuff. Moving on, we've got the Fools of Caledonia, Heroes and Heretics. Obviously, I work with them a lot. They sent this over to me for review. But as I've said many, many times over, I only work with people that I really like the whiskey for. You know, I'll review pretty much anything anyone wants to send me. You know, if it's bad, I'll say it's bad. But to get repeat kind of business, I work with these guys a lot because what they're putting out is excellent, and it's priced pretty well as well. This is only like 55 quid, and you're getting this kind of rich sherry bombness. It actually won my whiskey of the month this month. So let's move on to the last one this month. I picked this one up in Tesco's of all places, the Ardbeg Wee Beastie 5-year-old. Do love a peated whiskey, do love an Ardbeg. Probably paid slightly over the odds for it, but I couldn't help myself when I saw it. 38 quid. Don't often see something like this in my supermarkets in my town. So it seemed like a good signal to send to Tesco to get more stuff like this in. But haven't covered that yet. We'll cover it soon. So that's all the bottles I got in this month. Quite a lot for me. Usually it's not that much, but we're coming up to winter now. Business is picking up. People are sending me more stuff and I'm buying more stuff. So yeah, hopefully it'll get more interesting. Next year, if I carry on doing this kind of video, next year it'll probably be a little bit more understated, let's say. So we'll finish this video off then with a little mini review of my only bottle kill this month, which was the Heroes and Heretics Smoke and Glory Leipzig 13 years old. I allowed myself to finish this off because they're just about to release a new one, which I'm hoping to get my hands on fairly soon. And this thing was incredible. Unfortunately, it's sold out now, but it was expensive. It was 95 quid, but as I said earlier with these, it's still priced well. If you look at other Leipzig 13, like single cask, independently bottled, you know, it's about that sort of price. So, you know, they've done their research, they've fit it in nicely into the current climates. But yeah, this thing was astounding. The Smoke and Glory Leipzig. If you can get hold of a bottle of this and you love Leipzig, then I implore you to try it because it was really, really good. Really, really good. But yeah, there you go. That's me done for this kind of interesting new video vibes this month. Let me know again what you thought about it. If you made it this far in the video, let me know because that means you must have enjoyed it. But it's kind of a little bit of a way of me doing my annually in January I do a whiskey collection video. Usually a long one, it's about 40 minutes long. But I discovered that within a single year, some bottles made it in and went out before I was able to sort of show it off in my collection, let's say, you know, some kind of simpler whiskies, guard whiskies and things like that. So they missed out on being as part of these big videos. So I wanted to give those whiskies a bit more of a chance to be seen and to show you guys what I'm getting in and getting out. So again, Whisky In, Whisky Out. If you think you've got a better name for that, then do let me know in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do about it. But yeah, let me know about this video because I'm really enjoying making stuff like this, and I want to make things a little bit different to my usual reviews. But if you don't want it, you don't want it. If you do, you do. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Catch you again on more no nonsense whiskey videos.